All right, so
Welcome back, everybody. We have our next round. Starting on dark side is going to be Greg Shaw. On light side, our most recent Hall of Fame member, Mr. Brian Fred.
so we've got Greg on Shadow Collective and Brian on We Have a Plan. They are playing to see who faces Joe Olson in the finals as Joe advanced over Hayes in the other top four match. So it's going to be somebody going for their first world championship after being a bridesmaid at times
Has Brian ever
against.
been a bridesmaid?
I don't know if he's ever been a bridesmaid at Worlds. He's been close. Greg certainly has been.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Greg's been at what, three times?
yeah, and Greg always comes second, so it's
Uh, there's three
there's
things
a
that we all know about like in life: death, taxes, and Greg Shaw coming second in Worlds.
that's there's jokes that can be made there. We're gonna skip, but this is gonna be a heck of a match for the two of them. It's
Yes,
and these guys are both very good friends and making
extremely good friends,
a
both teammates.
yeah, but both of them absolutely want this title, and they will be. This is going to be played out. We've got an active judge there, so there'll probably be less of me jumping up and running out of the room. So we're see where we're going here. Um, this should be an interesting match. What did I? Oh, this
Check out the
is
chat.
yeah. Hi, honey. So that's why I've been married
Uh,
27 years, boys. It's
uh, all I'm going to say is Mrs. Deadbody has one slack.
so that's y'all wonder why I am why how I am. This is this is how I am. So we see Greg going with never ask for anything twice right away. Um, this will be an interesting match. So Greg is also not
Yeah.
on the Gall start. We've got You'll Be Dead, Incon, and security precautions. So I don't know that he's going to be able to hold a system. Like he's going to have to track a three to hold that system.
He's gonna have to track a three, and it's not gonna be easy to get rid of what Brian has for the system. Like
I
the
mean,
endurance,
if he
the
tracks
resolute,
the
they're both
three,
really
he'll.
good systems.
But if he tracks the three and he's got the gangsters,
Okay.
he's
Yeah,
got a
he needs the
chance.
gangsters though.
So it's. Oh yeah, if you can't cancel Destiny where there's a gun, that's going to be a huge difference. I totally spaced on that.
Yes. Yeah. Like
So
we
then,
forget about
yeah,
that.
Shadow Collective
Uh,
should
I,
definitely be favored unless Brian can figure out how to get Maul off table,
and I mean, there's Dryden Voss going straight to the throne room.
which I think is a very good play. And Voss will get him a gun. That'll also give Greg a free look to make sure he can get a sight. Because what he wouldn't want to do is have to put two guns on Voss.
Yeah.
So, but I'm perfectly happy with that. It's this is going to be close. I mean, this is a match Brian
I mean,
absolutely can win.
both should know
Like,
this match. It's going to be difficult. The fact that Greg is threatening 3 points of damage on his next turn is going to be detrimental. Now, we'll see what Brian has that we can do with the Dryden Voss this turn.
yeah, that Voss is a like that's the right start for Greg though. It's put the pressure on,
Mhm.
make the battles happen in the throne room where you're shooting and taking guys out. Because also that Crimson Dawn Blaster that says characters can't be covered to satisfy attrition means Jairus, whatever the heck his last name is, Genetic or whatever, does nothing. Because if you hit him, he can't be forfeited to satisfy battle damage and attrition. So you effectively blank his
Yeah,
text there. That's actually could come seriously into play.
there's a lot that can come into play in this matchup.
Yeah, this will be this will be an interesting match. No matter who wins, this is going to be a fun match, I think.
So it's going to come down to, and so we know already know what Joe is playing. He just got done playing them against Matt Harrison Trainer in the first round. Uh, he's on Watch Your Step and the First Order deck. So the question comes down to which would you rather see?
um, I don't think First Order particularly wants to see WAP. We saw Brian beat Benji, and I think Brian's actually in a better position against a more traditional First Order deck. Like,
Yeah.
that's an issue. Um, I don't know what Greg's on for the other side. Like, Shadow Collective versus Watch Your Step feels interesting, especially if it's a Kessel-less Watch Your Step. I don't know if it is. I glanced at the game but didn't get all the way in there to see it. And we see, is that a
Yes, I believe it is a Kessel-less version of Watch Your Step. I'm not 100% sure either. I could be wrong.
um so Brian was seeking an audience to go pull 3PO. That's a thing. All right. I'm hmm. Like Brian's got to decide if he wants to put someone down and move them in, and I don't think he wants to do Leia. So or not Leia, Amidala. So there's Anakin. There's the barrier. Barrier gets grabbed. That's all pretty straightforward play. We see Jedi Business to give Padawan Anakin the saber. I mean, Greg's gonna cause 3 damage with Voss there, or is it 2? Is that throne room a drain -1?
It is no, it's a drain of two,
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was a -1 with
maybe.
unless Hacko or somebody is there. Let's check out this handy Naboo Theed Palace throne room. I don't want to look at the dark side one. I want to look at the light side one. Yep, there is no text on the dark side. So yeah, it's a straight drain of 2 there, and then a ping of 1 from Voss, and I
Yeah.
expect Greg will back it up
Greg should
with.
pay.
Oh, Greg will absolutely pay. You will pay for that drain, but it's a. Excuse me. Do you then
It,
back him up, or do you figure out and get Maul and start trying to move Maul? Like,
so the thing is, and I like what Brian has done. He's left Anakin.
well, Anakin
Well,
got barriered. Anakin,
well, I still like what Brian
turn
has
one,
done.
Ellie. This is Brian's turn 1. So you didn't miss much yet, other than my wife complimenting me. So
Was that a compliment?
that was absolutely a compliment. So when we see the
Are we sure?
leadership grab, I'm sure it was a compliment. So, and if you don't understand why, that might be why you don't know it's a compliment. So,
Well, I'm single for a reason.
I wasn't gonna say that. So,
I will
uh,
say it.
what happened with Joe and Hayes is Joe advanced. Um, it was a very quick game, as in I'm not sure it was actually played. So,
It was played in the back alleys behind the hotel.
they actually played rock paper scissors for it, and so we see the ping for 1. Greg, oh, that restraining bolt is that's gonna sting for Brian.
That's gonna hurt for Brian.
That
Like,
is definitely not the
That's not what Brian
So
wanted to see at all.
Greg must Greg must have some characters in hand. He decided he did not want. Excuse me. He did not want to drain,
Yeah.
and I see why. There's Proxima going to the throne room, and so he's got Boba Fett in hand.
Boba Fett.
Where in his hand? So I think we're seeing another pull the other sight. And yeah, it's in there. And deciding where to put it. Okay, so he's putting the two battlegrounds together instead of separating them because I don't think he thinks Brian's going to aggressively try and take those first light sites.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think
I'll agree with you.
so. I don't know how Brian's going to taking that throne room is going to be rough. So there's going to be a challenge there, I think. And we see Greg shuffling after pulling the first light sight. I think I'd like to see another character with
Agreed.
Proxima, but if he's only got Boba, like he had two gray cards in hand. One of them's clearly Boba Fett. Yeah, he
And
didn't really
the
have
question
anyone
is, who's
else.
the other one?
Well, there's a
So,
Gick, there's a Dark Time. Got a couple more guys. He also got the working much more closely. Or he's got the working much more closely. He's not rushing Maul out though, which is
um,
a little interesting. Like if he's just not found him,
yeah.
or what's the?
I mean, Maul, like you said, like it was alluded in the chat by Hall of Famer Chris Goglin. It's uh, Brian eventually will not be able to cancel any battle destinies where there's a non-unique gun because Maul.
I don't think he alluded to
However,
it. I'm pretty sure he was quite straightforward about it, but
you know what I mean. But if Brian doesn't get to the throne room, you don't have to worry about that.
yeah, like if Brian never gets to the throne room, Brian's not canceling nothing.
Hmm.
And the thing is, there's a line here for Brian without going to the throne room that he can still do all right. Like if you move,
It's rough.
yeah, but if you get Co Bibble down at the hallway, you're cutting that throne room drain to one, and you're still draining at the. I mean, he can pay three to drain for two right now at the courtyard. Like this isn't. You can drain on Naboo without being flipped. It's not profit. So
True,
like
but
that
at the
may
same
be the
well,
line he's got to think about doing.
and I'm agreeing, and it does just make Brian surviving in space a lot harder
And there's a drain of two. We see a
because
stunning leader and a blast points go off. Space is going to be a lot harder if he's not canceling battle destinies. He can't force
exactly.
Greg to keep a blaster in space because that's what he needs. We see the Camino pull for the system, so Brian's got his activation going. I think they were doing the, oh, let's stack cards sideways, and Greg's like, I have so much table space, dude. Let's just lay them out the way it's supposed to be.
Um, I yes, I agree with you, but I mean they're trying to keep it neat and organized, and then there's Brian Fred.
I just envision a Brian Fred versus Apollo Chew game where things are
Oh gosh,
at
I don't
angles
want
and
to. I don't want to.
I do because I think it'd be a blast to watch them play. Like they're
Now,
both
granted,
such
I
great
mean,
players, and it's just
yeah,
yeah, it'd be things all cockeyed and whatever. But I don't know where Brian's going with this. Like Brian's kind of in a weird spot with the barrier on Anakin, meaning it's going to take him another turn to figure out what he wants to do here, and Greg being able to back up Voss with Proxima, and he's got more guys in hand. So if Brian moves Anakin where he can do the yep, so he moves him over for free. So now Greg's got to back those two up because you have to worry about here's the ascension guns, here's Amidala, Kenobi, and Rex, and you might not even play Amidala. Like ascension guns over, third on the other guys, same Amidala, so she doesn't just get immediately murdered and wait till you're actually controlling it. So, and yeah, Brian recycles and says go. So Greg's going to cause at least another point of damage, and I gotta imagine two or three. I can't. I understood not draining that one turn, as he definitely wanted his things going. That's a second Qui
Yeah,
Gon off the top. That is
that's not good. Like
not good.
it's getting
Oh,
quick
and
for Brian
Proxima just got. Oh, this
and
is
Proxima into Aura Sing.
that's that is not ideal, especially with both Qui Gon Serene Jedi's gone. Like that is Qui Gon Serene Jedi is a great card to run into Shadow
Yeah.
Collective, and Brian does have the Jedi Lev in his hand. On the one
Does he have
hand,
Unita?
I don't know, and honestly, see if I'm
Yeah.
Greg, I think even if you want to do the other stuff, I might have paid to drain just to bury Qui
The
Gon,
barrier, the Qui-Gon. Yeah, I
so
agree with
the
you.
Unita
And
can't.
but we see Maul coming out.
Yep, and we'll see a gun on them all. I gotta assume, like, or maybe not. You might just leave Maul there. Like, why even possibly expose Maul to bad things if you don't need to?
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that Maul is doing so much work, just saying, "Oh, you're not going to be able to cancel my destiny where I have a gun." Okay.
There's Boba Fett, and we'll see a gun on Boba. And yeah, this
Yeah.
is that throne room's going to be a problem for Brian
And I think at this
and
point,
Aura.
yeah, I think at this point, Greg knows that he has to go hard to the throne room. And I think at this point, Brian has to be like, well, I
And that's where I'm
tried.
saying, depending on what Brian's got, I think that's especially if he's got the CO Bibble, it's throw CO Bibble to the hallway, do your thing, and then move Anakin back over because the hallway is not a battleground. There is no icon there.
Yeah.
So Greg can't really go there. Greg doesn't have spies. So you just say, all right, let's go.
Yeah. And but he has to
It's not
find
a
Steve
great
Biddle.
answer, though. Yeah, he's got to have CO Bibble.
No.
I mean, the one
Do
thing
we
is,
know?
right now, Greg's not done a lot of damage. Greg's only pinged him twice.
No.
He's forestalled those drains because he said, I want to push everything through. And we see another sense alter shield from Greg. Greg says, I want it to hurt if you try and stop my interrupts, which
Mhm.
makes sense. I mean,
Do we know
this
what
is
Greg's
a
light side is?
no. And there's the Unita, so he did not have it. I'm
Oof.
not sure what he searched for. I might
Uh,
have searched with seeking.
I was going to say he has another pathetic life form on the table.
Oh
So,
yeah, so he could just search for document whenever. That's right.
yeah.
We had that conversation last game, and I forgot already. So,
So,
I mean, if you're Brian, do you just say I got to make this happen and go for it? Like
yeah.
he's got the disarmed
I
in
mean,
hand, which would be
there's some
great.
things but it's only going to get rid of one gun. Which who do you target?
I think you take the gun off Voss, but I don't. I mean, you're getting rid of a gun, and you're getting rid of a gun for good. Like that's very strong,
Mhm.
and that might be his best option. Like that's what he can do right now is get rid of the gun, and then he's got to try and grind. The one of the ways you can beat Shadow Collective is just grind them out of guys. If you're hitting the
Yes.
guys, you just get to a point where yeah, you've got a bunch of battle interrupts and you got a bunch of guns, but you ain't got anybody to put them on. You're not getting anywhere.
Yeah,
And
and I think you're right with that.
but that's
But
a
I think this is
hard grind.
it's a very hard grind at this point, especially when two Qui-Gons are in the lost pile and you can't get them back.
And Brian says, I'm not even going to try. He goes Obi-Wan
I mean, he can
to
move
the
the
site.
Obi-Wan.
Like, he can move the Obi-Wan in, and he can, do an Ascension Guns next turn for 2 instead of 1. And I'm wondering if he was using Obi-Wan to try and find Rex to have a. I'm going to hit another
It's
guy. I
possible.
get 2 Battle Destinies. Like, because the reality is right now, he's staring at a problem amount of power there. It's Brian's got what, 4, 8, 12, 14 power plus 2 Battle Destiny and 3 shots.
Yeah.
So he likely adds a Destiny to power. Like, this is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming he'll hit with one of the shots. So now you're talking about 3 Destiny draws. Like, this is not a gimme. And there we see the lightsaber
No, I mean,
with.
if he gets the Queen out, Queen would make all the defense value for Anakin and Obi-Wan +2. But again, you run into
Yeah, but
Aura Singh, who
Aura
is just
Singh is bad. Although he does have the. Um,
uh Chris, you're not right. No, it's not Luke Saga, unless he changed it.
like I,
I checked the deck list, but we're going to keep it a secret.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like Chris, I believe, is a member of
Chris
New
would no,
Allies.
Chris should know,
He would
but they could
theoretically
have.
know, but
Yeah.
maybe Chris isn't part of the inner circle. He's part of the like secondary circle of New Allies. Oh, all right. Well, maybe
Uh,
Chris doesn't
you
know.
sure? Because if you check, so I've checked the deck list for him. Uh, no, I'm so.
All right. Well, Brian decided not to deploy to space. Instead, put down the Captain Rex he pulled with Obi. And I mean, are you moving them over, or are you trying to turn it into a little bit of a drain race and say he's at least threatening drains of 3 there? So he's 2-1 because of the sabers, and that's about what. I mean, that's exactly what Greg is threatening as well. Greg is threatening a ping of 1 and a drain of 2, and maybe that's just the play. Like,
Yeah.
and
I mean, Luke Saga in the first order isn't going to be good.
there's Kit Fisto as well.
I mean, Kit could pop and skip into the throne room here.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to draw cards. Like,
Yeah.
we see the saber go to Kit, and are we gonna see?
We
And we
might see
see
the.
everybody pile over. So Brian says, nope, I don't want to turn it into a race. I'm going to take the throne room eventually, or I'm going to die trying. And I don't hate that play. Like, there's definitely merit for Brian in that, because this is, if his
This is
deck's
for the
not
marbles.
really set up to try and do the, here's Seal Bibble, I'm going to ignore you, I'm going to take space, because space is going to be hard for him to hold without canceling Battle Destinies. That first light is still obnoxious.
Yeah.
And we see another leadership, and Greg says, now I'm grabbing
There
it.
grabs it. Yeah.
And there we see the
Go get the
Yularen,
Lauren.
which I think is the right play. Like, now Brian can just say, I don't need to try and match him. I'll just drop Yularen. And that might have been what he had to do, because he knew reacting would, or not going to Bennett meant Yularen was going to be in his force pile next turn, which is not ideal. So we see the, I don't need their schem either to go get Hujix. And that's okay. Like, no shocks there. And there's the Proxima draw that misses everybody.
And I think if you're Greg, I know you're doing 1 point of damage. I think you got to do the drain here.
Arizona's already up 14-3. Yeah,
It's
if
a
you're
bad
Greg,
weekend for Seattle.
I think you have to pay for drains. I can't see not paying. Like at some point, you have to create damage. And
Yeah.
if you're only doing one and you're letting Brian set up as well, like this is going to get interesting. And there's a tentacle. All right, there we see a Shizor. And I kind of like that Shizor play because basically
I mean,
anyone Brian could drop on Shizor is already committed.
yeah. I mean, look, well, he's that two Qui-Gons are in the lost pile.
Yep.
Kit Fisto, Obi-Wan, Anakin, all over on Naboo. At this point, it's just like that Greg, he's gonna have more characters. Like the only guy left is like Mace Windu, but it's getting to that point where like, are we sure there's a Mace that can come down with a saber?
Yeah. And that would be the question is he's got two sabers committed. I don't think he's got three in the deck. So he may not be able to do anything with it. And we see Maul
Yeah.
gets the gun and Maul warps up. He'll get the flip here because he controls two battlegrounds with gangsters. He won't get a ping, and there's the working much more closely.
Oh
He
yeah.
he,
Now
he
you're
won't get a
moving
ping
Maul.
unless he already
No,
moved
Maul was
Maul.
sitting there
Yeah,
last turn
he moved Maul. No,
before the turn.
okay, I thought he left Maul at the chambers. So, but yeah, I think Greg's got him committing cards, and Brian.
Oh.
That I'm not as. Although it does give him the ping now, because that'll give him a third battleground. But it
No.
won't because he's going to move Shizor up as pilot. So, like,
Yeah.
all
Uh,
right. I'm. Oh, yeah, well, because then he moves Maul and he's back to three
yeah.
battlegrounds.
Yeah.
So he'll use his peak. I'm.
I mean, Greg's firing on all cylinders, and this is what he
I
had to do.
don't love Shizor alone up there without a gun because Brian just needs to draw an 8 in two draws to blow up the ship and Shizor.
Yes, but at the same time, Greg has to draw like the ship's only immune less than six. He's got to draw a four to get rid of the ship and Yularen.
Yeah, if he subtracts one, I mean, he could do it with a 3 if he adds one with Maul, but like
Yeah. No, he
Brian
can't
has.
add one with Maul.
Oh yeah, so Brian actually just needs to draw a 7. He doesn't need to draw an 8 because
Yeah.
Shizor only forfeits for 6. And if I'm Brian, I have more ships than you. I'm willing to make that trade.
Hmm.
Like and we even see like Yane on there as well. Like, okay, here's
Uh, does Greg have the sand effect on the table? I don't think he
no, he does not.
does. Okay.
So there's Yularen on the endurance. So he's drawing 2. He's immune to less than 6, which yeah is barrier already got
Yeah.
grabbed once,
Yeah. But
and
Greg
there's
saved force,
Solo.
and I
Solo
like the
actually might be
solo.
big. Solo gives him a bunch
Yeah.
of forfeit there, which is
Well, and you
really good.
notice that the Galactic Republic Navy is in the lost pile, so the ship's only going to be immune less than five.
I think I just put myself on mute for a second by hitting the thought.
You
So,
did.
all right, so yeah, so you're immune to less than 5 instead of 6. That's fine. You Solo forfeits for 7. So basically, at that point, the only way you're losing Yularen is if Greg draws a 6.
Mm.
Now there are 6s in the deck, but it's not a gimme. And Brian, I think he knows what's in his reserve deck, or he should have looked. Like
He should.
that's yeah. If he's got the no escape to get the ship back, that's good. But do you have a ship plus a gangster pilot again to go after that because at the same point where we talked about Brian's committed a bunch to to
Mhm.
Naboo, Greg's committed a bunch to Naboo as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure how many more pilots there are for Brian to go after him.
You've got to think he's got at least a few, but it really just depends on like who they are. Are we seeing a battle here? I feel like we should see a battle.
Oh, if you're Brian, I think you battle.
Oh, okay. There's Obi-Wan Saber, maybe.
That would make
Yeah, I
sense. I
think
could see Obi-Wan Saber being in there as
no,
well.
I
Like,
like taking the saber back and not deploying it. You need the extra card for the Force to lose it eventually. And you already got two sabers on Kit Fisto and Anakin. I don't think you need a
no,
third.
I think
Okay,
you put a
never
third
mind.
there. I think you want
Never mind.
every saber there
There's a reason why Brian is
because
in this.
you want to kill everyone. And there's the battle in space, so he does not
Yeah.
ascension guns the four of them over, which I think is all right. Although I could have seen a justification there. The battle destiny is one. He's going
He's got
to
yeah,
Jedi.
here comes the Jedi left.
Yeah, I think he's
Oh
got his
no,
Jedi love that.
I don't think he did. Oh no, he
Um,
put it back on top.
yeah, he put it back on
It's
top.
back on top. So
So he's got to love that. I think that's a
that's it. Yeah.
yeah. He's got a Jedi love that. There's no
Greg thinking about no, he already grabbed a card, so
well.
I
He's
don't
got
know. No,
tentacle.
he
He
can
could
put it on tentacle.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I honestly I think I would. You don't want to give
Yeah.
Brian that Jedi love to get a guy back either.
Yes,
Although
I
with
agree.
3PO dead, it's going to be harder for Brian to get there. That's another one
Uh,
and a
and
two.
a
Oh my
two.
gosh, Brian does not even crack the immunity. And there's a natural five, so it's a seven, so he'll get solo. Um,
Those.
I do think he might be down a little bit in power. Can he
Yeah.
add one from Maul because there's
No,
not a blaster there,
there's not a
Chris?
gun there.
That will be. Oh no! Once per turn, may add or subtract one from a just drawn battle destiny or blaster weapon destiny. Doesn't need to have a gun there, so he can make it 8, which will kill Brian. And Brian, I guess, is going to solo to add one to his, but or he can't even because his draws aren't. They're not just drawn, and he loses both ships. That
Yeah, he loses both
is going to
dudes.
make this real hard. Um, as much as it pains me, I think if I'm Brian, I would have lost the ship. Like, leaving the ship alone there now, yes, you have the Hoojiks, but it's not going to go well.
Yeah, it's right. I
I'm,
hate to say this. I think this might be the run for Brian.
yeah, I'm,
This is. I feel like this is going to be a big win by Greg, and I hate to say it. It's just
yeah, and I don't know that Invasion can win big against whatever.
Luke Saga.
Yeah, Luke Saga. I mean, it could. Invasion has the chance to win big, but I don't know how big this can get. Like, at this point, Brian's staring at one, two, three, four, five damage just from drains and pings.
Mhm.
And all right, so he's walking everybody in, which I
The
think is
fact
the
that he
play
has it,
you had to
yeah.
go. But I think I would have lost the ship just to not have to eat the Hoojiks.
Hmm.
Save the Hoojiks for another time. You got stuck with really bad destiny. I don't know if he checked his reserve deck or not. I think if he did not, that might have
I
been a
don't think he
mistake.
did.
I think that was a mistake. I think I would have checked my reserve deck, and if he sees it's all low, you just put everyone there and you don't battle. And then you do the same, move everyone in. Like, and you could have ascension guns them all in, and you don't need to battle again, but it tracks you a 5, and then you can, or it puts a 5 in reserve, and you can figure out a shuffle
Yeah.
or something to get that out because those Destiny were just so bad.
Okay,
That
so
was a
he's got a disarm and he's got a blaster deflection in his
Yep.
hand.
So the disarmed will take one of them. As I said, actually, I might go, yeah, Aura.
Yeah, Ara.
You don't want her swinging at Jedi.
Mm-mm.
It's going to be hard for him to hit anybody else. Well, I mean, Rex is what, armor 5, Anakin's a 5, Kit Fisto's a 7.
There's a force
So,
push from Greg.
which makes sense. He wants to go find something on his own. Honestly, if I'm Greg, I might just grab the Lana Dobreed combo if he's got it. Lana Dobreed, or if he's got his own disarmed to go get. Both of those would be super valid options and would definitely be what I want. So, force push
As
went
we
there,
see,
and there's his own disarmed. Now,
wow, as
the
we see our
amusing
active
thing is,
judge on his phone.
Brian has the first aid.
Yeah.
So,
So
he's
that's
just
going to
going to
cancel
cancel
the.
the disarmed before it goes into play.
Yeah, and I like that.
So, he doesn't lose the weapon. That's good for him. So, there's another ping. I think the active judge was just pausing the timer for a second or getting it set up.
Or he's looking
So,
on his phone at texting girls.
it could be he might be on the Snapchat or the Facebook, whatever, because he is a teenager and that's what they do. And
So we do
Greg
see
only
that
left
there's a.
one in reserve, and I think he says, you know
That's
what, I'm
fine.
fine with this. Like,
That's fine. He's going to shoot. He's probably going to hit somebody here, and he knows it's a 5.
he
So at
knows it's
that
a
point,
5. Yeah, he knows the 5 will hit someone, which is all that matters. Because you can
mhm,
just hit Rex with that, and that's enough.
yeah,
Because Brian doesn't have a subtract. Now, if Brian had a dodge, that could make things real spicy.
Politique coming down.
Which is also another gangster, so he flips either way.
Yeah,
So he doesn't need to make sure of the shot. Um, did he not drain for one?
he didn't. He no, he
No, he
did.
did because he pings for one and drains for one because he doesn't get the extra.
Yeah,
He lost 3 damage by Brian moving in there. That's right. The ping is only 1 because you have to control for you'll be dead in a good blaster. Yeah, Chris, I wouldn't be shocked there. Like Greg might just battle in space and be like, okay, this is enough. Like we can stare at each other in the throne room because I'm not sure what else Brian's gonna do there.
oh,
And or maybe not.
oh,
Holy
yeah, he's going
Hanna Barbera.
hard.
That is a
Well,
Chris. Well, maybe
I
not.
mean, he could actually battle at both locations.
Oh, he's certainly battling in space. There's no question he's battling in space, and he's potentially overflowing there. So he won't get a Destiny to power because he doesn't have the gun. But he's at
Yeah, he does.
not in space, and
Okay,
you have to have a
okay.
leader and a gun. So it's just Battle Destiny.
Yeah,
That's a 7. What is he? 7,
that's a
12,
7.
13, 14 power
Uh,
to Brian's. I think it might be a Hoojix.
7.
Or, oh, Brian's only down. Okay, so he's down the ship in 1.
Yeah.
That probably is about as good as he could have hoped for. I I think you needed to battle there. I don't love. I'm fine with Balatik going up. I'm actually fine with Shizor going down. I think I would have battled and just cleared out a lot of things because, yeah, he's got the blaster deflection, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shots
Yeah, but I mean,
and assassinates on 3 of them after the deflection. Like, and then, yep.
Brian's got to lose, of course.
Yeah, he has to recycle first, though, because it's an end of turn thing.
Yeah.
And that was what our active judge was pointing out. So,
I would have been like, I know, active judge.
Yeah. I would
I'm a
have
Hall of
pointed out
Famer
that
and
I've
you're
been
not.
playing this game longer than the active judge has been alive,
Yeah.
but that doesn't
You're
necessarily.
you're also a grumpy old man.
I'd say quiet you, but I feel like that wouldn't improve that argument. So the active judge is Logan Pedig, Minnesota local. He pointed out to me about 6 months ago that Sam Tashima and I played for a Bestman Regional Championship before his parents met. So not just before he was born, but before there was even a concept of him being born.
So one time, was Sam like 3 at the time?
Sam is not
Because
that much younger than us.
Sam looks like I'm going to say this. Sam looks young.
Sam is not. Sam is not as young as I think you're thinking. Sam is not
Mhm.
old, but he's not.
As we
Sam
see Yoda
was
go down in front of
Sam was younger
Yoda,
then. So all right, we're
well,
letting a whole
everybody's
bunch
younger
of
than
things go
you
back, except Scott
and Brian Fred.
and Brian Fred. Scott, who just
But
what are we doing? Oh, sorry about the mess first. Okay.
okay.
And I don't know who he was targeting, but that's a four.
I think yeah, you
Yeah,
got to go for
Dre and
Dr.
Ponda.
E.
Yep.
You have to.
Yeah. And that's a two players who are very good friends
Yeah,
saying,
and,
"Wait a minute,
and
let me do this."
yeah, there's the barrier for the Yoda
Brian
that was
is
deployed.
Brian is absolutely a little bit frazzled right now,
Oh, yeah, I would be
and
too.
but the way he did that was right because he said, hold on, let's take this back. The weapon destinies should be on the bottom, like, and
Mhm.
Greg's saying, look, this is yes, we're playing to go to the finals of the world championship, but let's be reasonable here and
Play it correctly as
play,
much as we
play the
can.
game the way we want it to be played. Like this is not
Yeah.
a that there is no reason to.
This isn't like it's a magic tournament where everybody's going to be cutthroat. If you make one simple mistake, it's like, no, you can't take it back.
Yeah, there's no upside
Yeah, this
to
is
doing things that way.
the 55 people who have played through Worlds yesterday all know each other pretty well, and it's the community itself is. I'll be honest with you, I feel like it's bigger than the game at this point.
So Brian started a battle, and now we see the defensive fire from Greg. So he's going to get a
And that's going
shot
to make
off
and it's going to be plus what? Plus one?
+3.
Plus three?
The
Yeah.
defensive fire makes it +2, and then the gun makes it +1. Now, again, I think I'd go for someone who can't deflect it. I'm so that's a 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you gonna maul it up one?
Yeah, that's the only way you can do it.
So yep. So he mauls it up one, and Anakin is hit. I'm a little surprised Brian didn't deflection that.
That's the one I would have deflection just
Like
because
that's
it
the
is the
most
plus.
likely one to hit. And honestly, like, uh, is it? Can he not? Could he not deflection that one back? Was
No, he
there?
can.
Yeah. So
He
then
would it
that would
would
have
pay it would
absolutely
yeah.
been the one you deflect back because
Oh,
again,
you
it's a
deflection
plus
that back
three.
right at what Dryden Boss, you go
Yeah. Like
shoot,
you deflect that.
deflect, hit Dryden Boss.
Yeah. I think that might have been a mistake from Brian. Like I understand he
Brian
was saving the force,
Brian
but
doesn't
like,
have any desk. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
Brian's got
I'm
destiny.
agreeing with you.
So there's a shot that will miss Rex, I
Hits.
think, because he's is Rex armor or Rex might only be armor 4.
Yeah.
So that would hit either way, unless security
Yeah.
precautions.
Nothing gives him plus armor. You would need Amidala there to give him the plus two defense value.
Yeah, they're forfeit +1. They're not defense value +1.
So Rex
So
is sideways.
yeah, Rex is going away. Um, and again, can't be used for attrition. There's another. Dr. E is hit,
Or Dengar.
or Dengar is hit. Yeah, whatever. Starts with a D. I'm counting it as close enough.
No
Um,
comment.
So we didn't see Greg use Boba Fett
No.
on that battle, and there's Kit Fisto swinging at Proxima. Proxima's hit.
I mean, this might
Now we see
actually
the shot at
clear.
Obi. That's a 4, so that misses.
Now Kid Fisto swings.
Brian's Kit Fisto swing. What? So he swung
Uh,
with. Oh,
Obi
so
swung.
yeah, Obi or Rex. He
That misses
swung.
Obi.
Yep.
So
Who
Brian's
is
actually going
hitting
to clear
the
the throne room.
camera?
Logan.
Okay.
Earthquake.
I'm apparently I'm not feeling it, but all right. So there's a miss. I'm assuming he's shooting with Dengar
Yeah.
at some point. Like you might as well run all the shots you have.
Yeah.
That's a miss.
Miss.
Um, so there's the
Uh,
two. Oh, so he didn't even shoot. That must have been his battle destiny,
mhm. I
which
mean,
is
Greg
fine. I
should
mean
get
that'll
better.
cost Kit and Greg draw. Yeah, Greg should get another one. So I'm not sure what we missed there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on either.
But he can certainly choose not to draw a Battle Destiny or a Destiny to Power. Or was he shooting with Dengar to make someone forfeit 0? Like, I guess? Or is that his Destiny to Power? Okay, that was his Destiny to Power. There's are the Battle Destinies. So 8 for the total Battle Destiny. I believe that's going to be Obi-Wan. Because I think Kit only forfeits for 7. So, like, Brian's going to clear the throne room, but he might do it with only Kit there. And Greg will drain for one, two, three, four, ping for one more. So, because Aura is the only character who is not hit, correct?
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna go yell at whoever's hitting the camera. Hold on. All right, so we got the camera fixed, and there we see a ping. There's a lot of folks standing around watching this game. This is a
Uh,
lot of entertainment going on
um,
there.
well,
In
tell
this
them to
case, it
be
was not
better.
our. I did, and the player involved apologized because it was very unintentional. So,
So what's interesting is again, Brian just cleared Greg out of the throne room, but now he's down to just Kit Fisto down there.
and Greg has a bunch
He's
of
got
good Destiny in that deck, and a single 5 will clear Kit.
yes, and on top of that, he's got control of the Camino system. He's got Maul down.
Yeah, like he is
He's
ahead right now. Now this is Brian trying to
big time.
minimize damage. That's all Brian can do right now is minimize the damage. So I'm I will say again, I think Brian with that blaster deflection, not unless there's something that stops him from retargeting that, and I don't think there is. I think that should have been the shot at Anakin with the defensive fire should have been retargeted. And like I still think you end up losing everybody, so I guess maybe it doesn't matter that much.
I mean, it would have been cute, but we've
Yeah,
already established that being cute makes you lose games.
yeah, but you're already losing this game. Like
Yeah,
Brian's
so
not
but so
winning this game, so It's more, oh, all right, so those are both fours. He can add one with Maul to make them fives, which
Yeah.
is enough to take out Kit if Brian doesn't have other tracking us. And you have to consider that now, though, because if Brian has a
Yeah.
tracking us, now you can't clear him, and that could be less than ideal. Like, if you're Greg, are you comfortable just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna drain Ping? Yeah, he doesn't deploy anyway, and he goes straight to battle.
Yeah.
He swaps his guys.
Yeah. I don't
He's
mind anything
gonna cause
because
a
I mean
ping.
Maul's immune.
I think, well, his Destiny, he had so much in Destiny, he couldn't go grab the guns
Hmm.
back to put one on Shizor, which is a little bit unfortunate. Like, and now he's got to look and say, how much do I draw? Because this is a differential game.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a really really good point.
that's a something he needs to keep in mind because it's not a gimme right now. He's got to get this. We'll see where this goes. I'm because yeah, Greg's definitely figuring out the how much do I want to draw. What's the draw? And yeah, point man to cycle back something and get the one card he needed is good. I mean, Shizor is totally fine there. I don't know how much Brian
Yeah.
has left. Like,
I mean, I don't think there's a single character outside of maybe Mace that could go down against Shizor.
and
So I
there's
agree
a
with you.
ping of one. Yeah, and so Brian's got 11, 12, 13 cards down. He could theoretically come down with Mace on top of Shizor, but like, that's still not a guarantee. Like, and there went the Ascension Guns, which, yeah, that's. You're done with that card.
Yeah. I mean, it's cute because you can go put cards on top, you can stack your destinies and everything, but
Only if Brian goes to. Oh, he's got Camino. As I say, only if Brian goes to. Or Greg goes to one of Brian's locations, but Camino is one of Brian's locations, so. And there's Jabba's Twerps to retrieve 3. Oh, never mind. 1. Balatik's not a leader, and Shizor's not a leader.
no, Balatik and Shizor are both leaders.
18 to 27, Greg. Um, so right now it is 18 to 27 in Life Force. Greg is ahead. Yeah, that the door jam got moved. So you might have to go around and then if you want to put that back in place. Thank you.
Is Charles stuck?
Well, because the door jam moved just a little bit and allowed the door to shut, and the lock is on the other side. So it was that was part of us. Yeah. So Bala. So yeah, he should have gotten 2 back with the Jabba's twerps. You're right. I think. Oh yeah, Bala is a leader. Or is twerps only at sites?
Looks like we have a concession or a
Alien
handshake,
leaders present at a battleground site. So it would have only been 1. So yeah,
but we
that's.
do have a handshake.
So congratulations to Joe Olson making it, or Joe Olson and Greg Shaw, who will be playing in the finals. I'm sure Greg's going to want a couple minutes to relax himself a little bit and prep
Which is fair,
for this. Joe will
fitting.
get to choose sides as the higher seed. Um, Joe was seed 5, not 4. And we will be back, I think, in a few. Yeah, I don't think they're playing game 2 because that definitely rolled out that had to be played out a little bit unless Brian drew up, which doesn't make sense. Like he could have still caused some amount of damage, I think, if he drew up
Yeah.
to limit. But the handshake and the 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 the, the very conciliatory handshake, I think that was a concession from Brian. So I will go double check, but otherwise I think we're gonna take a short break until Greg and Joe play.
Shaw won by 12.
Oh, Shaw. So they are playing game two?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So apparently Shaw won by 12. They are going to be playing game two. Um,
Okay. Never
I
mind.
do think they are probably. I would expect Brian might be taking five. I will go. We will double check here, but yeah. So Greg Shaw won by 12. So that actually was closer than I thought, and Brian can make this happen. So I will see what we've going on, and we'll be back in a few.
Okay. So, yep. Greg, it's Greg Shaw winning by 12. Hopefully, we'll get a lost pile count here soon as well. Uh, uh, but it does look like we are going to take a break. So make sure you guys stay, come on back, and we'll have game two here soon.
Yeah, that's. Oh, all right. So we are back. Dan's correcting the whatever needs to be corrected as he's the tech guy. I'm just here to be the pretty face and dulcet tones, obviously. We got game two of the
Obviously.
match with our newest Hall of Famer, Brian Fred, versus Greg Shaw.
Whoa,
Greg
whoa, whoa, whoa,
won.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't you dare just uh that is Hall of Famer Greg Shaw to you, sir.
That is Hall of Famer Greg Shaw. Greg of House of Shaw, protector of Ohio, defender of the Corellia realm, Greg
Yeah, there you
Shaw.
go. Now you're
Uh,
just buttering up to him.
he's not going to watch this. Although I've heard the new allies are all hanging out in our room watching this, so
As they do. Like
I hope they're
I think
enjoying it.
Mike usually gets like a suite and it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna have everybody come into my room and we're gonna get drinks and food and all sorts of good stuff. And nobody else can watch it because we're the new allies and we're special.
I'd say we're on the wrong team, but we got Batmouse food sometimes,
We do,
or we
but
can.
it's been a while since we had Bat Mouse food. Uh, but we're also subjugated to losing the Bat Mouse in fantasy football every year.
Yeah. Oh, I'm aware. I'm getting killed today, and that's not good. So we got Brian on Invasion versus Greg Shaw on Luke Saga, and we see Greg with the first action
Looks like he went out and got
command or
rebel
leadership,
leadership to go get
and
Han, optimistic general.
Brian immediately says, "Yep, that's going on my tentacle." And
I've seen enough stuff to know what happens with that tentacle. As Greg goes out and
I
gets
have
his
no
grabber
idea
as
what
well.
you're implying, and I don't think I want to. So, Greg's on
So,
Luke Saga. This is a family show. You do not need to do
what
any
are
more
your thoughts on
discussing
this
of things.
matchup? What are your thoughts on this matchup?
So, Brian lost game one by 12.
Hmm.
He needs to win by 13. It is possible. But between the recycling blasters, the recycling droids, he can create a lot of problems in battle for Greg.
Yeah. And
Uh,
the thing is, we've seen what Brian can do with all the droids. Like we just saw him do it to Benji in the last round.
yeah, this is. And Brian's counting some stuff here, figuring out what all's in his force pile. So he knows what he's drawing into and what he's got to go,
Mm.
what he wants to go get. Um, the reality is, Brian maybe should have lost to Benji. Like, this is a. I think there were a couple mistakes Benji made, but Benji's deck is much better equipped to handle this than
Yeah.
Greg's
Hmm.
because it just threatens a lot more all those pings. Greg doesn't have the pings. He's going to need to battle, and he's
Yes.
going to need to battle aggressively. And like Brian's dropping the droid starfighter and a droid starfighter cannon,
And I
so
like that.
optimistic Han on the Tidarium's going to be a little rough because it's
It
just
is.
going to get shot down. And
Hmm.
like, okay, great, you can get through his Battle Destiny stuff if he's doing anything, but like you can draw a couple, but they're gonna your ship's getting shot down, and
Yeah.
that's gonna make it tough. So Brian drew up. It looks like he had activated the 2-2 sight he likes pulling.
Hmm.
So he just drew up into that. He doesn't want to put out the throne room until he can
No.
contest it.
Looks like he got a docking bay out.
Yep, and that was what he used to then do the deep search and figure out what he had and what he was looking for. And yeah,
Hmm.
he's waiting on the throne room because what he wants is to force Greg to come at the throne room offensively instead of him having to try and knock Greg out of the throne room. Like you
Yes,
want to set
and
yourself up in the throne room, you want to get yourself flipped, so you start putting. Oh yeah, you got to switch the game titles.
yeah. I'm
Um,
working on it.
but you want to force Greg to be running into those battles where he's losing interrupts to out of play as he.
Well, Brian has to remember to put them out of play.
Yeah, agreed. But you want to force Greg putting them out of play, getting stuff done. Um, and we see Greg going with Ray to the jungle right away. Like Greg says, I'm going to play this a little bit aggressively. He wants to
Yeah.
use the Ray grab, and it looks like he did the use pile grab and grabbed, I think it was the JCC. So he can put that down, and actually, that's a great spot for him. Like we saw, I think it was yesterday on stream where somebody pulled the JCC and pulled Yoda, and that was no, they couldn't do anything with Yoda. This time, there's episode 1 Battlegrounds. Bill, I'm envisioning you saying that in a Shrek voice, and it doesn't make me unhappy. Like I'm very good with that. So we see Brian activating, and Greg figuring out. Active Judge Logan is there, and now I'm not sure.
Who let Logan active judge? That's my next question.
Logan volunteered, and as I've said
Nobody
more
else
than
said yes.
once with the players committee, if you volunteer and step up to do something, we will let you do it. Like we want, you know, I want volunteers, not conscripts. If you say, "Hey, I want to do this," oh
Okay,
great,
Mike Tomlin.
let's do it. You mean Mike Tomlin, Hall of Fame coach, who's hasn't had a losing season in like 20 years? There are worse
Who would
guys to be compared to. So I will take that. And Brian, yep, so he searched for the docking bay that he knew he was going to give it the verify to make sure he got the bridge out and didn't waste that bridge pull. Um, it looks like he had it there they are in his hand too. He certainly could have used up there. He's got the there they are to go get the droid. Um, and eventually he's going to start shuffling. He said he's
yeah.
pulling the droid and then going, all right, what else is in here? And
What is Logan's being a little
Logan's on top of making
handy
sure everything is done correctly. That is
as he's Logan's being handsy.
his job as the active judge. And if he annoys them enough, B. Fred'll Buffalo Bills him through a table after the game, and that's fine. So now the question is, does B. Fred want to just throw a battle droid down in front of Ray and knock her out? Like basically, I think there's one Destiny in his deck that would fail to crack Ray's immunity. I think it would be the Zero. I guess maybe two. The Zero and the Sidious.
Um, the Sidious, yes. I mean, some of the droids do have lower destiny.
But even a two cracks because the one droid
It'd have to
makes.
be yeah, it'd have to be
Yeah,
the
the
B2
B2
droid.
droid makes it the attrition +1, so even a two would crack Ray, and then you just go, all right, well, Ray goes away, droid to the racks, move on. Like, I'm.
But does B Fred have a droid?
Yes, he went and got one.
Oh, well, I wasn't paying attention. I was fighting with Bill.
All right, whatever, donkey. So, if Bill's going to be Shrek,
You know what? I
you,
could be
you
worse
can
things.
you can be donkey.
I could be worse things.
Here,
And there is the droid.
Brian Logan's trying to get Brian to keep his piles all in order, and Brian's finally like, "Fine, I will move stuff." What
Have
are
you
we?
not played a game with Brian Fred?
I don't even know what he's doing sometimes. Like,
Nobody knows what Brian Fred doesn't even know what he's doing. Unless it involves the two towers, he doesn't know what it
I like
involves.
how Logan just reached out to move the lost pile just a quarter of an inch, just to be like, "Look, this is where this is going." And there we
The
see the battle
active
against
judge. You
Ray.
are the Hall of Famer.
So we see Ray draws one,
Uh,
takes one into hand to with
yeah,
Ray
he's
during
using
the battle,
the
and then
sister.
he grabs my sister has it, is the one he gets with Ray and uses that to go get Chirpa's hut.
Oh my God, Logan, you're so frustrating me right now.
He's trying to make sure everything is being done correctly, and I Brian Fred has made more top eights than anyone but Joe Olson in the PC era.
Which is
And unfortunately,
insane stat.
he's not catching up to him because obviously the winner of this will go on to face Joe Olson for the world title. But
Yeah.
Brian Fred is an absolute top eight machine, along with being one of the nicest guys in Star
Oh,
Wars.
I
So,
like
ooh,
that from Greg.
I like that a lot from Greg. Logan's hands are significantly paler. That's because Brian. Oh, so
Oh,
there.
okay. Never mind. Never mind.
I,
I
Logan's
like
pale
that from
hands is
Greg, but
because they're very young,
and he
and
stays inside on the computer all the time.
Brian is old and has worked for 30 years, and that's just the grain of your skin as life passes you by. And Logan hasn't yet had to experience
Why
that
are your hands pale then?
because I am Irish, and I can either be pale or I can look like a lobster, and there is no in between. And there we see the droid going on the
Logan's
racks,
like
and Logan.
Logan's like, what does this card
Logan is
do? I've never
apparently
seen it.
active judging cards he's never read before. So he's like, I need to read all
Which,
of these.
if anybody should have any knowledge of the droid rack, it should be the members of the Killer Bees.
Yeah, like you should
You know
know
what?
what droid racks do. That is Batmouse's
Yeah,
favorite
that is
card.
a bat. Yes,
If
I'm
he can
blaming
put it in
Batmouse
a
for
deck,
Logan not knowing
he
that.
puts it in a deck twice. And
Yeah,
Logan,
I'm
but I love Logan and I love how he's trying to do this. Like I'm not gonna be.
Garrett. Go corral your child.
He's not my kid.
Yes,
No.
he is. He's your responsibility.
Carl is the Star Wars mom.
No, 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 no.
Yes.
Carl is AJ's mom. You are Logan's mom.
No, no, I am not. I am not.
I'm dubbing it.
Do not put that on me. That is no, no,
I'm
no,
dubbing it so. Chat, please let Garrett know if he's Logan's mom or not.
no. So we see,
As we see Yoda getting pulled,
yeah,
as
Greg
well as
pulling
there's
Yoda,
the
pulling the sight. Like Greg's doing a good job of just Brian's not activating much.
no, and that's the benefit to Greg. Again, not getting that 2-2 hurt. Uh, he does have the one docking bay on the table. I think he does have the
He's
flagship bridge.
yeah, he's got the bridge, but he's still only activating like 8. And I think if you're Greg, I think I'm good with moving.
He's actually activating less than that.
Well, it's 3 from Naboo because he gets +1 with the ship there.
Oh,
So it's
and there's
three,
Yoda going down
four,
to the
five,
swamp.
6, 7, 8 because he's got the bridge. He does have the bridge out.
Yeah.
So and Yoda, little green man, goes to Bill's swamp. That all
I don't
checks
see
out.
any like writing on that, so I want Bill to run down from the New Allies suite and just pull the swamp out of the card and sign it right now.
Oh. I've said before and I'll say it again. I love everyone in chat just making things fun. Like I
Yeah.
thank you guys all so much for watching, having fun with us, interacting with us. Like this is why we do this. Like this is a huge part of the fun. And Brian looks like he activated the throne room. I wonder if he was thinking of
Mm,
trying to go down to it and just say, "Fine, Yoda can drain for 1. He can he can be Shrek over there." Would he be Shrek light or would he be mini Shrek?
well, I mean, it's not his. He doesn't actually own the swamp. He's just visiting the swamp. Shrek hasn't appeared yet to throw Yoda out. Again, Bill is upstairs
Again,
in the
like
New Allies suite.
also I now kind of want to see Yoda voiced by Mike Myers.
I don't.
I think that would be. I think that has potential. Like we see
I will say,
Tae
I think
Hao going down on the ship, just so then he's got a Battle Destiny there. Um,
so. It looks like so. This is a Maul-less invasion deck. I don't think we saw Maul in the last round again when he played this
we
against
did not.
Benji.
He has Maul and Scimitar in the deck, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But his Dark Jet, he's got
Plagueis and
Plagueis
Sidious.
and Sidious, and that's it for Dark Jedi. And I don't hate that. Like, so he's got a lot of droids, a lot of guns, a lot of potential to, again, just steady battling and grinding out guys. And he's going patiently in terms of going at the, waiting to put out the throne room until he can control it. There's Matt Lutz subscribing for 52 months with Prime. I know I've said it before, and I'm going to keep on saying it. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch subscription. Subscribing to the PC channel is the easiest possible way to support the channel. It subscribing to the PC channel supports the PC. It puts a little bit of money to the PC, which goes to doing things like upgrading our camera setup. So you get nice, clear, beautiful cards, upgrading GEMP, upgrade all of the prize support for Worlds, all of the things that take actual dollars to make happen.
Mm-hmm.
You help make occur by supporting the Players Committee, and that is awesome.
And as we see,
And
Brian takes 1 damage to the drain at the swamp.
does not put out Battle Order.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, he's already got 3 shields out. We've got Grabber, we've
Yeah,
got Secret Plans, and we've got something.
something.
Might be an
Tense.
anti-sack shield.
Yeah.
So Plagueis, I think it's the deploy modifier, and he's crazy high destiny when you draw him.
Yeah.
Like he's a 1 on table, but he's a 7 for when drawn for destiny, and then he gets put out of play. So you're like, all right, it's a 7. It's a destiny 7 body.
Yes.
Like that's a good thing. And the go out of play is a okay. Well, that's
Mm.
fine. So, and actually, I want to check something because I wonder if I don't remember if that's an optional.
I believe it is.
Um, if drawn for Destiny, place this card out of play to make that Destiny draw +6. So it also means like you don't have to put it out of play if you draw it during something like a sand. When sand or something's in play where you can't modify the Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg says, I think Yoda's perfectly safe there. I'm going to draw a few. And I don't necessarily think he's wrong.
I mean, we know that Brian doesn't have a lot of weapons outside of those droid guns, and being the fact that Yoda is going to be, he's defense value 7, he gets power +3 on a defensive value, and he's fully immune to attrition. He's kind of a tank at this point.
Yeah, I think the only reason you would be going after him is if you have a desire to, if you have something like First Strike and you're like, okay, let's try and
Hmm.
overwhelm. So, and Brian's just loading up the ship. So he's got Dolte, Tehao,
Interesting.
he's got a droid with a gun, because he has both sights in his hand.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see him eventually. I mean,
I think
Greg
he's
has a lot of
saving
force.
force. Like Greg has a bunch of
Yeah,
force, but Brian really hasn't been activating a ton.
yeah, and
And I
that's what it comes
think
down to.
he's fine just saying, I need to get enough force to play what I need to and get my things in place. And there's, looks like Tehao.
Well, he's got Tehal and he's
Or,
got Sil Unk on the table,
okay,
so
so that is
both
Sil.
Nemoidians are there.
And there's another gun, and there they are. Like, at some point,
He
Brian
could
has to
also.
put down the battleground site and start going to it. Like,
Mhm.
but he doesn't want to lose the throne room right away. So he wants to come with enough power to threaten the throne room.
The other thing is, um, I don't think he has a Nemoidian in his hand to flip.
That's also possible. He may have put them all in space. If he doesn't have one of the pneumonians to get him out there, that's a problem. So he's using their
Yeah,
there to grab one of the droids and figuring out which one to grab because it's not. They all kind of work differently, and now Greg's got to read that one. And I know there are a couple battle droids that do really obnoxious things
oh yeah,
to the Destiny, and I wonder if Brian's thinking of putting out battle order now. Like if he says, "Look, I'm going to take the system here. I'm going to flip on my turn. I want you to pay 3." That's I don't know that it's the worst idea in there. He is putting out battle order, and
hmm
Greg picks up his pile in space and says, "Let me see what we got going on here." What he's got going on there, Greg, is you don't want to go there, Stan. It is it is not a good spot for you to contemplate going to.
I mean, he might be okay.
No, no, I don't think he wants to go there. That is a heck no, Stan.
Hex no stand.
That's
Uh, where's that on the map, please?
I've had enough of your guff, good sir, and I don't need any more of it. So that's where that is on the map, and I do not need to be a part of this conversation any longer. So no, Greg using Jedi's focus to grab a card from his force pile. Like both players are playing this very, very slow. We've talked before, and I've certainly talked a bunch about. You're not going to win the game this early, but
No,
you
but
can
you can lose it.
absolutely lose it, and that
Yeah,
is what both Greg and Brian are saying. I don't want to put myself in a position where this is just a I lose. That
yeah.
is not what you want to have happen. You want to you do not want to put yourself in that position. You say, nope, I'm going to do this, and we see the search. 2 Lukes, blaster
Anakin.
deflection, Anakin, Leia.
Yeah, a
There's
lot of good
nothing.
stuff.
There's nothing surprise. So for the light side to show up in space, you have 2 issues. One, Naboo currently has no icons for light side.
Yep.
The invasion objective says light side force icons there are canceled while it's on the 0 side. So for him to go there, he needs an unpiloted starfighter and a spy pilot, or fly casual to drop the Tidarium with Han Optimistic General. So
hmm
those are not a easy gimme for him to go there. And that's a pile of ugly looking. Brian just says, I'm going to pick a couple up and call it a good.
Yeah, and I think
Brian
that's
says,
the
I've
right move.
got things to do. I need the force to deploy en masse because that's what he needs to do is just say, okay, everybody to the throne room. And there's the throne back from Greg. I don't know how many cards Brian has in hand, but Brian is shield busted. So,
Yeah, yeah, and
but I think Brian, that might have just stopped Brian at 14. I think.
yeah, and I think he's fine with it, him being shield busted. It's not necessarily the worst thing for him
And
right now.
there's Brian playing the bridge puller to grab an effect that is not in there. All right. That's a pile of 6s, though. Blaster, blaster, a couple of O switch offs. There's that one at the bottom isn't great, but Brian is trying to do things. Yeah, I mean, space. Greg, in theory, wants to try and go there with like Optimistic Han plus Leia, draw 3 Battle Destinies. You get around the Battle Destiny. You can use My Sister Has It to get around Destiny limiters, but they're not necessarily a huge issue here. Like Brian isn't limiting Battle Destinies in any way.
I mean, he does have the sand effect in his deck, so he could,
Yeah, but he didn't
especially
draw it,
because
and
he hasn't drawn it yet.
we see Ben Solo coming down. So reserve deck is Jedi's Focus, Hear Me Baby, and Hera. Hera could come into play, but Brian obviously has no
It
Imperials, so she's got to be with
Yeah,
two Rebels.
which is a
And
lot.
yeah, that's. I mean, Greg's got a pile of force. Greg has been saving all his force. He is waiting for Brian to deploy because that's all he can do. And Greg just picks a couple up as well. He says, "Oh, I'll put Ben to back up Shrek Jr. and or would that be Shrek Senior?
What, Yoda?
Yoda's 900 years old. I think he's Shrek Senior.
So he's
So
younger than you?
how dare you?
I dare because I love.
Fair enough.
Okay. But yeah, no, Ben going down there just keep Yoda. Like we said, Yoda is a tank right now
Yeah,
in a
but
lot of ways.
Brian had enough force. With Brian saving a bunch
Hmm.
of force, Brian's got enough there. You have to worry a little bit about like, is he just going to try and come down and overwhelm Yoda with, here's Newt, here's a battle droid, drawing two battle destinies with a bunch of power and some guns, and just stack the guns to used and say thanks for playing. So now we see Brian flip his objective and doing exactly what I said. He is loading that site up and saying, this is what I have. And Greg now has to come up with some way to go after it. I just don't know what his options are. Like, I gotta imagine he's got all the things to go into ground, but I've memory serves a couple of those battle droids do some nasty things
Oh, they do.
to Jedi. Like the one, I
Hmm.
think the one's a security battle droid, and
And I like what Brian has done there, loading up the throne room, uh, getting it to the point where it's going to hurt Greg to go down there
so
potentially.
I think, or it's the infantry battle droid will cause a damage. I don't think he's got. I don't know if he's got the infantry battle droid. I'm just.
No, but yeah, that's the important one, VHD. Yeah, you're 100% correct. The one that says that I forget which one it is, but
Yeah, one of the uniques is Jedi are
it's
deployed like plus
so bad
four.
for Jedi.
Well, but again, like my father gets around that. Like my father
Yeah, yeah,
says,
like
nope,
my father
I deploy
does,
for
but
6.
you cancel the immunity. Unita, yes, Tom, 100%. Unita will definitely get around it as well. So,
Yeah, so there's spots, but he's got two battle droid blasters there, so he's got 6 forfeit covered on guns that are going to cycle back. If Greg's drawing Battle Destiny there, if he draws those interrupts, they're getting pooped, placed out of play, so we don't
mhm.
need to. Brian's just grinding his deck out that way. Like, and again, I don't know where Greg's going. Like, Greg's got a pile of force, and he's got a Luke, he's got a Saber, he can go threaten damage, but like, Luke's not surviving that battle.
Yeah.
Brian is
Uh,
absolutely drawing more than a 7, and you're not putting
mhm.
Luke alone. And those battle droid blasters don't make you forfeit 0, but they do make you forfeit -4,
Which will add
which
up.
is enough to add up.
Hmm.
So, like, again, how do you, if you're Greg, how do you fight this?
Actually,
Because Brian played it so patiently. And Brian just said, I'm going to wait and let you drain me for 1
so
while I
it comes
decide
down
what
to,
I'm going to do.
so again, it's also the fact that like with Brian down by 12, that's gonna come into play
Yeah,
because this
like,
is differential.
Greg can lose this game by 11 and still advance, So Greg needs to just be grinding cards, which is why I had zero problem with Greg saying, "Hey, I'm going to go to the swamp and I'm going to start draining for one, and I'm going to just keep a little bit of pressure on because until Brian deploys anything, he's doing no damage." Like Brian loaded up Naboo and spent 2 turns loading up Naboo, which didn't hurt Greg at all. Like it made it so Greg probably can't contest Naboo, but if Greg takes Brian out of the throne room, Naboo goes back to being a non-issue. And that's one of the things that has to be considered. So, and I think
Uh,
that's what Greg's thinking about is like he looked through his hand, he put some cards down, he was figuring out what he wanted to do, and now I think he must be searching his reserve deck for something. Now he was counting and activating, so he's
mhm.
figuring out what he had to do, and I just don't know. Like I'm not sure what he can come down with that scares Brian. Now the upside is Brian doesn't actually have. There's the Unita to get back the Jedi's focus and then play it again right
And to
away.
play it, and so that's gets around any of the battle droids adding to the play cost or anything.
Yep.
So
Like the question is, the one thing Brian's deck doesn't have is a ton of in battle tricks to play. Like
yeah,
basically Brian's just saying, look, whatever you do, literally the only card in that battle that will actually go to his lost pile is Newt. The droids will go to the racks, the
yeah.
guns will go to used, and so it's
But
can he
if you take over the throne room, that flips Brian back, which negates all the damage at the Naboo system.
agreed, but
And
how does
I like that. Brian's like, add to the play cost. Greg's like, Unita. Brian's like, no, like my father before me.
well, I mean there's 6 either way, so it's
Oh,
Leia. What is she?
Leia V.
She's gonna do what? Cancel Newt?
She's gonna put. Does I know she puts lot dot out of
So lot dot out of play is at the Senate. It's
okay. So during
um,
battle, may cancel the game text of a leader
leader
of
of
ability
ability less than 5.
will
So
less than four, less than five.
she
So
can
she can
cancel
cancel nukes,
Newt, but
but
Brian draws 2 if unable to otherwise.
yeah.
So that's Brian can add 1 with Newt and draw 2, or Brian can draw 2. And
So
there's
here he's gonna draw
Padme.
two.
So like as we said, he's going to try and clear the site. Now I assume Greg's got a handle or something along the lines to stop the shot at one of the ladies.
Yeah. Which one though?
I think you protect Padme simply because she's got more forfeit.
Panda Bear.
Yeah, like I think
Yeah.
your goal is to your goal is to keep enough forfeit around that Luke stays alive.
And there's
And
the
we see the
Luke.
battle. There's the
Yeah.
retrieval. Here's the Luke swing. Oh, he does not swing. We
Well,
got
no, Brian might have a just.
no. Those aren't just. Brian's paying to shoot.
Okay.
At one of the ladies, I gotta assume. I don't think you shoot at Luke. And there's a 6. Okay,
Hits
so
Padme.
he hits Padme. Maybe he laid first to cancel game text, and but it does cause a ping on the hit.
Yeah.
So now Luke will swing at one of the droids. I don't like that from Greg. I think you shoot at Newt.
Why is he
Um,
putting lost?
I'm not sure. Oh, that's why.
Okay. Greg has it.
So Greg had the sorry, which gets rid of the gun, and also I'm assuming he shot the guy that Brian did not shoot with yet. So
I'm assuming correctly as well. I'm assuming
he
correct as well.
protects Leia's forfeit. So now you've got 8 forfeit between the ladies because Leia's a
But you're also
5
getting it's two destiny plus a destiny to
and 2 more destiny.
Skywalkers.
Oh yeah, he could have pad made first just in case. Although I don't think Brian's got a lot of ways to eliminate characters. So there's
No,
Battle Destiny,
3 of
four, a three.
3,
If you're
but they're all
Brian,
plus
I
1.
think you're putting Clash out of play, and Brian forgot.
Not
That's
not yet.
yeah, because it's a response to the draw.
Oh, well,
He should
maybe.
have been put it. He should have put it out of play. And Clash is the one I would have absolutely put out of play. Like,
Oh, yeah,
oh no, and
yeah,
there
yeah,
he does do it. Okay,
yeah. I know it's
so
in response to it, but
he might, but like, get rid of those clashes.
it could be Jedi Focus.
Yeah, they do look sort of similar.
They look
So
very similar.
3, 6. So Greg's total battle destiny is 10,
That's gonna
and there's a
clear.
15 in attrition. So with the destiny to attrition, he'll clear. Before that,
Yeah.
he would not have, because the two droids plus the gun was 10.
Oh,
You got 433. So the destiny attrition does clear, but I think Brian drew a 9, which
which is
means,
just enough to clear.
well, no, it doesn't necessarily clear. He could leave Leia. Luke forfeits for 9.
True. But
So if
that
you
flow,
leave Leia,
it's
you've
gonna
got
flip
to,
Brian back.
yeah. And I think if you lose Leia, if you leave Leia, then I think you're moving Yoda and Ben
Yeah.
in there. And there is Luke going away and putting the saber on top. So Brian, I mean, it's the sight for Brian. Like at this point, everyone else is lost. I don't think Brian can do anything other than lose the sight.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, never mind. He does not
That
clear the
was
site.
very strong.
Yeah, that was.
So Brian must have had some battle damage to cover as well, which is why he lost the other droid. Because
Mhm.
otherwise, you would have just done that right away and said, okay, well, I'll lose one droid and that's it.
Yeah. Plus,
So,
he put the gun into the use pile.
yep, which was fine. He wanted to do that, but that's a
Uh,
solid. It doesn't cover any battle damage, though. It forfeits and covers all attrition,
yeah.
but that might be enough. Um, and I think if you're Greg, you gotta move Leia away because I don't know if you want to move
Or
them in.
move everybody in.
All right, he moves them all in and says, "Let's
Yeah.
dance." I'm so if you're Brian here, you say, "All right, I will drain for 2. I will get my droids back. I will pack my droids back in, and
Mhm.
I think I would also shuffle Greg's reserve deck, or not reserve deck. I'd have shuffled his lost pile and gotten rid of that saber.
Yeah.
I think letting him get that saber back was a mistake. So, and there's the drains. 2 to get back a droid. Are we leaving the other ones on there? Does he have more droids in hand? Like that is the one thing.
That's a
Brian
good question.
Brian doesn't have a ton of force. Like I almost think he might
No.
need to put that other sight down. Like
Now,
you
if
don't
he's
want to
got the
give away force to. You don't necessarily love giving away force to Greg, but you need force for yourself.
Yeah. The other thing is if he's got like a Lord Sidious here, that would be really good.
Yeah,
Like you drop Lord Sidious, go to the throne room with him. I mean, it's he works with a the Palace objective,
yeah.
which Ryan is playing. So
So he can always
he
exclude
yes.
somebody, and Brian's then still drawing 2 because of Newt, although Leia could cancel the
Hmm.
text.
There's a droid. And there's another droid. And a third droid. And a gun.
Yeah, this is, and
And a
there's
sight.
the site exactly like I said. I think I think it needs to. That needs to be the answer. So
And I think Brian's just drawing cards.
yeah, I don't think Brian does not need to battle there.
No, I mean he's doing damage to
Like
Greg. One Luke is already gone. I mean, he's going to be able to get the saber back if he's got another
He
Luke.
already got the saber back. I guarantee he's got another
Actually,
Luke. And
two Lukes are gone now.
but if he battles, he's going to retrieve one of those Lukes. Like
Yeah,
that's the one thing Brian apparently did not play coward, and
that hurts.
that's a thing that's going to make this a little more difficult. So Brian needs to, but Brian's still causing damage, and every time he's making Greg lose multiple characters. There goes another
There's
Jedi's
another Jedi's
focus.
focus.
So
You gotta be thinking he's gonna go for like a Luke, maybe the Clash again, or we've already seen him use one. Sorry about the mess, so he could be going to get something.
it might be a clash. I mean, he's only got so many battle tricks.
Yeah,
Like
and that's what it comes
Basari's
down to.
played and buried, and now also with him using that Jedi's focus, he's not retrieving a Luke when he battles. He's retrieving a Jedi's focus, which is frankly
Yeah,
less good.
worse. Yeah, yeah.
Like I almost would have loved to see like here's Luke, here's a saber, battle, hit a guy,
Maybe
clash
he doesn't
him,
have a Luke.
Jedi's focus, Luke to exclude someone else.
Yep, there's the Luke.
Like you could take two guys out and create a problem there.
There's the saber
And there's an Anakin
and
saber on
Anakin
Ben, so
saber,
he's looks like he's only got 5 cards in reserve, so he'll get 2 swings and
is
a battle
just enough.
destiny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just enough.
and that's fine. So
But I wasn't able to see what his destiny was.
neither was I, but I kind of looked like there might have been a gray card or two, which is
Yeah.
a little less than ideal.
Hmm.
So
But yeah, Greg almost has to battle here because again, he's down by the damage race,
yeah,
and battling it, it makes him retrieve. So
yeah,
he's gotta do that.
Who does Brian aim for with the weapon? I think you shoot Leia.
I was
It's
gonna say
Leia
Leia
or
or Ben.
Ben,
Yeah.
and the so Leia, you can stop the draw
Well,
with a handle. Ben
yeah, but
can
Ben,
blaster
you can
deflection it,
deflect. Yeah, so that's what it comes down to is which one do you not want to see, the handle or the blaster deflection?
and he
I
didn't
think
handle the shot at Padme last turn. So I think you take Leia and she's forfeit 1 at that point. Like you say, okay,
exactly, exactly.
and canceling
Canceling Newt's gun,
Newt's text
game
is
text.
immaterial. Like
Yeah, you're getting the two if unable to otherwise there, so
yeah.
it's a moot
And now
point.
we see the
I
swing at Newt. That's a 1 and a 4, so he got
It's
him.
a hit.
Unless Brian's got a dark time. Nope. So Newt, or is there? Do any of the droids add to his defense value? I don't think
I
so.
don't
Nope.
know.
So Newt is deadzo eventually, and now the shot, and it was a 6, and yep, he hit Leia.
No, it is Lamb.
Yeah, so the interrupt he played, the self-destruct mechanism that he played to cancel all attrition last turn, he could use to retarget a shot to a droid, and actually Brian has done that in games, and I've seen it where he'll retarget to a droid and then play
Oh, switch off.
switch off to keep the droid alive.
Hmm.
So I didn't see Greg put Obi-Wan down there as well. That's
I didn't see it either.
I mean that's fine. Honestly, Obi and Yoda at this point are forfeit fodder because you want to keep the sabers there.
Well, I mean, Yoda, yes. Obi, not so much because you saw him use Obi-Wan's game text, which would be really useful for Greg.
It certainly could be. I'm not gonna.
Okay, so it looks like Greg is going to just search up his reserve deck, and yeah, there's
So oh
daughter. Or my sister has it.
yep
Jedi's Focus and a gray card.
yeah a dude and 2 interrupts. So it's good. Okay, so now he's
And
Skywalker's
another
again,
Skywalker's,
which I don't hate. Like it's a great anti
but it means that he's not going to swing again.
barrier, but it means he's not going to swing again, which is okay.
So Corin
So
is a
focus
three
goes out of
four
play,
puts out. Yeah,
and there's the my sister has it, which is fine. And Brian draws
Plagueis and
oh, Plagueis for 7. Ooh, that's
well,
7
he would have to go out
solid.
of play
I think you do that though. I think you're fine with that. You take the
unless that's
7.
Lord Sidious. I can't tell.
There's writing. That's Sidious. Okay, then that's a 6, which is a little less ideal, but it still kills somebody along with
Leia, yeah.
Leia. And Newt's forfeit 0. And what do we get? 3, 11, or yeah,
Remember, they're all plus
11 in
one.
Battle Destiny. Oh yeah, they're all +1, so 14 in Battle Destiny. So that's going to clear the site for Brian, which will flip him back.
Yep.
And that's I don't think Brian can stop that, but he does. Greg's going to lose a guy. So he loses Leia, and I gotta think maybe Yoda. There, Brian says, all right, I'll stack a gun. And yep, there's Yoda. Droid to the racks, droid to the racks, droid to the racks.
And flip it in the
Oh,
objective.
Ben adds to Total Battle Destiny? Did I?
I think so.
Ooh, that's going to get spicy if he stays alive.
I think it's a limit of 3 though.
+1 for each of your interrupts out of play, limit +3. So, okay, so yeah, he was already plus at least one more with the first interrupt out of play. So
Mm-hmm.
now Brian's now Brian's got some work to do. So pays
Yeah,
4, I
because
think, to take 2 droids back, probably. Nope. 4 for Plagueis at the 2-2. All right.
yeah,
Oh no, Brian. He's just gonna drop. He's not shield busted. He's just gonna don't put Plagueis and move him to.
yeah, he's not shield busted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not busted. Moving Plagueis is unless you're gonna concede the throne room because it's only I guess it's drain at 3 there with the sabers because it's a drain -1 unless Amidala's there.
Yeah,
So are you gonna
but if yeah, the
move?
fact
Are
that
you
Greg
gonna
is
take the
not,
swamp, move Plagueis over, and say I have? Okay, so he's not even.
yeah.
He saw the Nabran leave. There's a shuttle down.
Well, the neighborins doesn't matter because he has Brian has the bring him
Oh yeah,
or
and he
light
doesn't
the
move
dark side
Plagueis.
episode 1 combo card.
He didn't move
That
Plagueis over
wasn't
to the. Yeah, there he. Okay. Yep. So Brian says I'm not saving any force. If you've got a way to come at me, go ahead. Looks like Brian's got 22 or 23 cards down.
yeah.
So like Greg's. This is not over. Like Greg's paying
No.
3 to drain for 3. So I don't believe he has Tarkin's orders. He might. I'm. It'd be a reasonable card, like
Yeah,
Tarkin's orders,
agreed.
but it's a limited. I just got a notice from our active judge. Beefred 22 down, Shaw 20 down. So
Okay.
it is close.
Ooh. We have an update. So Mike Gem did defeat Justin Desai in their top 8.
Okay.
He is in the top 4 right now, and he's won game 1, but looks like he's getting close to losing game 2.
All right. Well, he just needs to win game 3 then. That is a
Yeah.
obviously it's a different game. We're not going to give it a whole lot of info,
Well,
but
yeah, but we want to
uh,
wait.
they
We're
are
waiting for Mike.
friends, and we want them to do all right. We want them to do well. Like I would like
Hmm.
him to win as well as good as he can. Like that's a
That was a mouthful.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, like I like what Greg did, just activating everything, or not everything. But it looks like he's got a few saved.
Yeah, that's all you want to do. Like,
Okay, Han
do
going
as
down to
much
the
as you
swamp.
can, and
Now Logan's getting on Greg's case. And he takes the Anakin Skywalker in the hand. So there's Leia, another Leia.
all right. With is that with Han optimistic? Han?
Yeah.
Ooh, that'll be that'll make things a little bit interesting.
He can shuttle down, but he can't land. Yes, he can be. So the swamp is an exterior location, so he will be able to shuttle down if he needs to.
Yeah, but he could land the droid starfighter, I believe.
I'm not sure.
They're not TIE fighters, which are the ones that you can't land.
Yeah, unless they're at a launching bay.
Yeah, that except at a docking bay. But he
No,
could
no,
land.
launching bay.
He could land the.
Never mind. Brian extends the handshake to Greg, so it looks like it is going to
All
be Greg
right,
Shaw versus Joe Olsen in the finals.
good for him. That's good luck to Greg Shaw. I'm hopeful he can get there. I'd like to see him.
Yeah, I would like to see Greg win. Like Greg is such a good guy.
Yeah,
Uh, and he's again, we've all established the fact that he's was always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
yep. So I'm sure we're gonna have a 5 or 10 minute break to
Yeah, Greg's gonna
get
go
Joe down here. Greg
recompose.
needs to go chat with his team a little bit, I'm sure. I'm going to take five, and we'll be back with the finals shortly. So,
Yep, sounds good. Thanks.